All right, everybody, I am here with the women's head coach at NC State University, Simon Ershaw. Congratulations on a great season. The Sweet 16, historic season for the Wolfpack. Bring us back to the NCAA tournament, though. Talk about the results against VCU, UT, and then the loss against Duke.
Yeah, so obviously our first time hosting. A lot of work had gone into that, and we were able to manage that over the course of the season. And I think that can be seen that it's a huge advantage, right? With them moving to this format with the super regionals now, I thought that was going to be very important. Beyond that, there's no real guarantees with the way they make the draw. I think VCU was a very difficult first round opponent.
An incredible number one player for that team.
Yeah, I mean, she played well that day. We got all that we could handle against VCU. Paul has been there for, who knows, it seems like 30, 40, 50 years, right?
Yep.
Probably doing him a disservice there. But that was a difficult first round opponent. I'm not really sure why they were a 4 seed. If you look at the rankings, it doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you.
Sure.
They were probably ranked higher than 3 or 4 or 3 seeds.
Sure.
So anyway, but it was what it was, and we got pushed, and I actually think that in some ways that helped us the next day against Tennessee. Felt that we had a great crowd there. I think that's one thing that's definitely been seen with the format, with the regional and the super regional now. We get a lot of eyeballs on live tennis.
Sure.
And I think we had a nice crowd. We had a bit of a wrinkle with the rain.
Yes, brought it indoors, which ended up not hurting the team with a 4-0 victory.
No, and I think that was a coin toss whether we would be better against Tennessee indoors or outdoors.
Yep.
I don't know one way or another what was better for us.
Sure.
But our indoor courts are possibly a little different.
They are.
I would say it's a little bit of a different environment, and I thought that we probably handled that better on the day. And Anna started off almost where she was playing Roger Federer, also known as Sadie Hammonds.
Sadie Hammonds did not miss a ball the first set I was a witness.
No, and so it was a little nip and tuck there, but both Alana and Adriana did great jobs finishing their matches off. Alana was really close in the second set.
Yep.
And I think that provided us enough impetus with Anna figuring a couple of things out in the second set for us to be able to turn that around, and then she was able to kind of run downhill in the third set and us close that out. So obviously that was a big moment for our program. Moving on, ironically, they had a thing on Bobby Knight's website where it had the distances that teams traveled for regionals.
Right.
UCF, I think, went 2,600 miles.
Okay.
And I think we went about 18 or 19.
Okay. Was that? How do you look at that? Is that something that was a little bit different? Some teams actually like to travel, get on the road, make it feel a little bit like, hey, we got a new opponent. Fresh new outlook on our next match, but you played Duke, a familiar foe, blue blood of the ACC. What happened in that match?
Well, first of all, clearly the ability to host a super regional, given that all 8 hosts won, was paramount. That's hindsight now.
Yep.
I kind of suspected that coming in. We were kind of at home, even though we weren't at home.
Yep.
There was a lot of things going on. That was graduation weekend for all 3 schools in the area. Probably for more schools in the area. I do others a disservice there, potentially. I've used that word twice now.
That's
well,
okay.
Which is a little unusual, right?
It's a pretty articulate word.
Yes, but there's difficulties. I thought we had a great crowd. I thought that we got plenty of people there in red.
Right.
And I don't know whether the moment was a little beyond us or we were in our heads a little bit. I felt that we could potentially play it freer in the scenario, but then again, maybe Duke played a good match, and if Duke plays a good match, they have a great team. And
sure.
We just didn't seem to be able to really get it going as I know we can. And whether that's because it's further than we've seen tremendous growth through the season, and we just, a little bit like in the regular season, we ran out of gas a little bit mentally or physically, or the totality of graduation and everything that had occurred. It's hard to say, right, looking back. The main thing is we got to that point.
You got to that point. You made history.
That chance,
yeah.
yes, and that's what matters.
In that position. So now let's put it behind us. If you're a Wolfpack fan and a Wolfpack player, we're here in Lake Nona for the ladies singles and doubles individual championships. Anna Rogers just stepped off the court 30 minutes ago with a 6-3, 6-2 victory over a player from Mississippi State. Expectations for the 9 through 16 Anna Rogers from the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I mean, Anna's really had a breakout year this year, and that's not to say that she's not been a special player for us in the past. But she had a tough season in 2018, and I think out of that was the impetus for what you've seen this year.
Right.
She really dedicated herself long term, not just short term, to making a difference, and I think you're seeing the results of that right now. She's put herself in a great position. I mean, obviously the big thing at NCAA is to be seeded, so you don't have the pressure of playing to be an All-American. That's already guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
And herself and Alana will be the first two All-Americans in program history. So really, I mean, we can get out there, and obviously the conditions here are going to be a factor.
It's hot, people. If you're not in Orlando today, it's hotter than Raleigh.
And so really to try and get on and get off.
Yep.
And I think today got the job done in that regard. So we've
Yeah.
got a toughie coming up.
Okay.
Very familiar once again. But tomorrow's another day, and then obviously we have the doubles.
We have
out
doubles
as well.
We have
Yes.
doubles, and our ladies are seeded 7. Do I have that right?
So we're ranked 7, but they do this 5 through 8 seeding.
5 through 8, sure. Doesn't matter. So 5 through 8.
There hasn't been a ranking run since selections were made either, though, and there's obviously been quite a lot of tennis played since then. So it's hard to know what their real-time ranking actually is.
Okay.
I suspect
Yeah.
we're moving in the right direction because
Sure.
we've been successful. But that being said, the format in the tournament is 2 sets and a 10-pointer. We haven't played that for a while now.
Yep.
And so essentially you've got to beat the same team twice if you think about the way we just play 1 set during the season. And so I think it's not an easy challenge. There's
Sure.
going to be a lot of matches where you split sets, and you've got to try and work it through that 10-pointer.
Right. Well, you have to be proud of these 2 girls that are here in Orlando. And then, let's talk about the future for the Wolfpack in 2020. You lose a couple ladies.
Yeah, we have the free seam.
Yeah, you did. What's it like coming in next year for us? What do we have?
Well, I mean, we obviously have our top 4 back.
Yep.
I think that's key. Anna is a senior. Alana now moving into a sophomore year. I really think we're going to see great things from her.
Absolutely.
Should be very interesting to see the move that she makes in year 2. Adriana, I think a lot of people forget about her. Obviously been a mainstay as much as Anna, and had another great year for us. I expect that she'll be, Amanda Rebold probably won't want to hear this, but I would expect that if she continues, that she'll be the all-time career singles.
Unbelievable. What an
leader
achievement
for
from the young lady from
and,
305.
And then Liz transferred in. I think it was a bit of an adjustment coming from the Colonials.
Yep.
And from James Madison. She got tired in the middle of the season, but she was turning it around at the end. So I think that was great for her to get a season under her belt. We've got a number of players coming in. There's one that I don't think I can talk about at this point in time.
Okay.
But I would say we're cautiously optimistic.
Okay, good.
That we can, I don't know if we'll see as much progression.
Sure.
But I think we can definitely sustain
All right.
that growth.
Last question for you. Why NC State if you're a prospective female tennis player, student athlete?
One of the reasons that I came to NC State is we have such a variety of reasons to be in our area.
Sure.
I mean, obviously 2 of them are those other 2 schools. But NC State in particular, we offer a certain options for a particular type of person that just isn't served by what else is out there. And I mean, if you want to come to NC State, I think you're going to have a real experience of what it's like to maybe get your hands dirty.
Yep.
We're certainly going to bring you along. I mean, if you just look at our players and where they started and what their progression has been, I think we're in an exciting moment right now. And if you want to come to a program that's on the up and doing things for the first time ever in the 45 to 50 years of the program,
Yep.
and then it's a great place to be. And I don't think that's just in women's tennis. Cal's doing a great job with the men's tennis
Yep.
team, and I think you see it not just all across athletics, but even the university itself. Just based on how we serve our population, I think we've hit a great moment in time. The types of graduates that NC State produces are very much in demand in our region,
Right.
like straight across the state of North Carolina, if not across the country. We have a special skill set and mentality that I think is very much in demand these days.
All right, Coach, congratulations on a great team season, but there is work to be done on the individual singles and the doubles side here in Lake Nona. We wish the Wolfpack all the best and good luck in 2020.
All right, cheers, Brian.